The one that carried me. I didn't plan to be out that late. The hike was supposed to take 4 hours, 5 at most. I'd done it before. Same trail, same mountains. I even remember checking my watch when I passed the halfway marker and thinking I had plenty of daylight left. That was before the fall. The shale gave way under my boot without warning. One second I was stepping down, the next I was tumbling, rolling hard until my legs slammed against a boulder with a sound I'll never forget. A sharp crack too solid to be just pain. I screamed before I could stop myself. The pain came fast and blinding, like fire rushing up my leg. When I tried to move, my ankle bent in a way ankles aren't supposed to bend. That's when panic hit. No service, no trail traffic. Night coming fast. I remember sitting there breathing hard, telling myself not to panic. People survive worse. People get rescued. But the shadows were already stretching between the trees and the temperature was dropping. Then the forest went quiet. Not gradually, instantly. No insects, no birds, no wind in the leaves. It felt like the world was holding its breath. At first I thought the sound I heard was my heartbeat, but then I realized it was footsteps, heavy ones, slow, purposeful, not crashing through the brush like in something moving around it. I gripped the rock beside me and listened. The steps stopped. I told myself it was a bear. That made sense. But bears don't walk that far on two legs. The shape that stepped into the clearing was taller than anything I'd ever seen in the woods. Broad shoulders, long arms hanging nearly to its knees, covered in dark, matted hair that caught the last light of the day. I couldn't believe it. Bigfoot is real. Every story I'd ever heard slammed into my mind at once. The fear should have made me scream, but I couldn't make a sound. It looked at my leg. I know how that sounds, but it's true. Its head tilted slightly, eyes focused on the twisted mess below my knee. It made a low sound, not a growl, not a roar, something softer, almost concerned. Then it knelt next to me. The ground actually compressed under its weight. I felt it through the rock. It reached out slowly, giving me time to panic, to flinch, to pull back. But I couldn't move. Its hand was massive with thick fingers. And yet, when it touched my leg, it was gentle. It adjusted the bone, just enough to stop the bleeding. I blacked out for a second, woke up gasping. When my vision cleared, it was tearing strips of bark and wrapping them tight, using moss to cushion the break. Like it had done this before. Night fell completely while it worked. When it finished, it looked at me again, then toward the dark forest uphill. It made a huff, and then slid one arm under my shoulders and the other under my knees, and lifted me. I should have been terrified. Instead, I felt safe. Its body was warm, radiating heat through the cold night air. Its grip was firm but careful, adjusting whenever I winced. The world swayed as it carried me through the trees, stepping over roots and rocks without slowing. I drifted in and out of consciousness. Each time I woke, the forest looked different. Stars became visible through the canopy. Then I saw headlamps swaying back and forth in the distance. I heard people calling my name. I tried to speak. My throat barely worked, but I managed a sound. The Bigfoot stopped immediately. It lowered me to the ground, carefully, laying me on my back on the trail. I recognized it instantly. Familiar terrain and reflective markers on the trees. The voices came closer. The creature stepped back toward the trees. Just before disappearing, it looked at me one last time, as if it was relieved. Rescuers found moments later. They asked how I got there, how I survived the night, why my splint looked odd. I told them I didn't know. When I think about that night, I realize something that keeps me awake. That creature didn't just save me. It knew exactly where to leave me. I'm thankful to be alive, but I can't talk about it to anyone. All I can do is post this anonymous video to ease my mind.